All right, welcome to leg day, or leg day A as I call it, my quad dominant session and a 2-day lower body split. My other leg day focuses more on hamstrings, but today we're putting the front of the thighs to work. So let's dive in. Exercise 1 is belt squat. I always start this movement with a few warm-up sets. It's not just a habit, it's a way to get the blood into the muscles, test how everything feels that day, and make sure nothing is tight or cranky before I go heavy. Especially for leg day, I'd rather take a few extra minutes than risk a tweak that sidelines me. For the working sets, I started at 225 pounds for 12 reps. Then I did 2 sets at 250 pounds. Belt squats let you go hard without loading your spine. You can still train your legs intensely, but your lower back isn't bearing the brunt of it. Depending on your limb lengths or your skill levels, the traditional back squats can be difficult or sometimes painful. I stand on a box to allow a deeper range of motion. My setup is DIY, but it gets the job done. I also use a narrower stance to target the quads more directly. Hey, I just wanted to put this out there. You may notice I'm not wearing my squat shoes, which help me to get lower into the squat movement. I've got a little foot problem which prevents me from wearing the squat shoes right now. I hope that will change soon, but that's part of the reason why I can't seem to get lower into the squat. Fun fact, this setup trains your quads and your engineering skills. Exercise 2, the Bulgarian split squat. I use two 25-pound dumbbells for 11, then 12 reps. And yes, this one still hurts my soul a little. The Bulgarian split squat is an elite movement for unilateral training. It strengthens each leg on its own, which helps fix imbalances and prevent one side from overcompensating. It also forces your stabilizers to work overtime, especially in your glutes and your ankles. One more bonus, it's easier on the knees for a lot of lifters compared to the heavy barbell squats. These are like lunges, but with more regret and less dignity. Exercise 3, leg extensions. Leg extensions are one of the few ways to isolate the quads without involving hips or glutes. I went with 140 pounds for 13, 11, and then 9 reps. My focus is on controlling the movement. No swinging, no bouncing. I like to pause at the top to fully contract the muscles. The further along in the exercise that I am, it may be more difficult to pause for very long at all, but I try. And yes, I work out in my basement, so after this workout, dragging myself upstairs felt like climbing a mountain with bags of cement strapped to my thighs. Exercise 4, the Nordic curls. Did 3 sets of 13 reps. Nordic curls are like the hamstring version of a trust fall, except there's no one there to catch you. This is an eccentric focused exercise, meaning it emphasizes the lengthening phase. That's huge for hamstring development and injury prevention. They're brutally tough, even with only your body weight. I try to keep my body in a straight line as I lower down slowly and push back up with as little help as possible. Basically a slow motion face plant with hamstring glory. Exercise 5, sit-ups. Finished with 3 sets of sit-ups, 14, 9, and 8 reps. Not high numbers, but after all that leg work, sit-ups feel more like a core test and a stubbornness test. I like finishing with an ab move to keep the midsection strong and to remind myself that core work isn't just about aesthetics. It supports all the heavy lifting we're doing throughout the week. When your abs and quads both cramp, you just lie there and reflect on your decisions. That's leg day A done. This is the more quad dominant day in my current cycle, and I try to push hard while keeping the structure fresh. My other leg day focuses more on hamstrings, so I've got all the bases covered across the week. Got a favorite leg exercise I didn't include? Drop it in the comments. Always open to ideas, especially if they do not involve burpees. Until later, have a great day. And if you got stairs to climb, maybe crawl up them with dignity.